Another Monday, another Flockness. What's going on, everybody? We are now, 3 weeks in a row of being on time doing this thing. Yes, I am actually finally back with it. And I know, first, you can get it out now, I lied. There is no video on the main channel yet. It will for sure be up by next Flocknest, but I've been having a bit of a rough time this week, I'm not going to lie. It's been a rough week, not my best of weeks, but I'm here, I showed up, so why not just talk about it a little bit? A lot of the times when it comes to this YouTube thing, there'll be probably like 4 or 5 months where I'll be very much okay with what's going on. I might be in a feedback loop, or I might be in a friend group, or it just be kind of samey. But then out of nowhere, I'll get hit with this like massive panic instantly. And it hits in a wave, like a big crash of a tidal wave, and it stumps me. Like honestly, it stumps the shit out of me. The reason why I made Flockness originally was because of that stump. I was just dealing with a lot of shit, I guess, and I just needed to have a place to not bottle it all up. And now it's weird because I feel insecure talking about this stuff because everybody has their own shit going on. Everybody. But something I'm starting to kind of relate to, maybe it's just because it's TikTok or because of who I talk to, but God, struggling artists just fucking suck. It sucks doing something that's not of the grain because it's so hard to just get into it, and there's so much risk and so much annoyance with some of this shit, and it's so draining, so depressing, just so sad. And for the context of what I'm talking about just the arts. For me personally, I have a YouTube channel. It's a small little channel, I know. I'm trying to pump it up. This is a dream, a kid project. I've been doing this since I was 10. I love making YouTube videos. But something about things you love is you learn quickly that you have to work hard for it, and not everything's guaranteed. I talk to so many people who are just wanting to be more than what they are. They want to be musicians, they want to be theater playwrights, they want to become actual actors themselves in movies and stuff. And something we all share of the same struggle is just being at rock bottom and wanting more than what you have. I look in my landscape and I see a lot of people who do way less than me get so much more, and I do so much more for way less, and it makes you question sometimes of what's the point, like who are you doing this for? And then you get in the regretful phase of, I could have been doing this, I could have done that, is this even worth it to begin with? Did I choose the right path? What should I have done? Because for anyone who thinks like this is all nice daily roses, like, you have a YouTube channel with 100K, things are going right, it's fucking way harder than it looks, like behind the scenes to get it established. Like this isn't, take in the mind of what the age of the internet is. We're in a digital time where everybody wants to do this. Everybody wants to do this. And to even get here, just kind of a depressing thought to begin with. To even get one of me, requires 1,000 people to just fall right on their face and not get what they want. That's a sad reality to live in, like a world where to only seek success requires other people's failure. And then it's kind of nice because I guess you need failure to understand success. I have a really bad habit of where I look around at people I want to be, who I want to be. Like even this channel, of course it's based off of Schlatt's Weekly Slap, and I watched the Weekly Slap and I could see a person who was at the rock bottom of what the fuck they were. Like a guy who was just in college struggling, his YouTube wasn't going anywhere, wasn't full time yet, he didn't even know what it was. And then you listen to his newest episode and he's like, you just look at the guy's life position, it's completely changed. He's making money doing something he loves, he gets to be, his stresses are being productive stresses. The stresses I got is is this a waste of time? In all honesty, and it's, I'm starting to get miserable because of it. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the people I surround with are pretty miserable people. When you constantly surround yourself with just a miserable environment, it really starts to bleed into you. And it's talking to defeated people all the time, hearing how much life sucks, just listening to sad music. It's comforting. It's kind of like junk food, but I don't know. It's what's the solution to it? You bullshit yourself, listen to music. I don't know. It's only so much fucking awesome mix I could listen to. And I don't know. I guess this is kind of just turned into a ramble, but I guess that's the whole point of this. What I'm saying is I'm very insecure about what I'm doing. Back in 2021, I had a blow up and it was going pretty nice, but I didn't think of the blow up when it was happening. I was just happy because I got something for the first time, and I've been kind of robbed of some of those feelings recently. It's really hard to think about YouTube when a lot more is going on in your life. I'm going to be honest. I've had a lot going on. A lot going on as in not just internet life, but just real life stuff as well. I'm 20 turning 21, and in 21 is the age people start graduating from college, and that's when like you're heading to 25, and 25 is when you should start adulting. And it's like I have these thoughts where it's like, like my character arc. Is this something I should have had at 17? Am I kind of late? Am I fucked in a lot of ways? Like I think this kind of stuff a lot sometimes, and it spirals into these really bad episodes of doing shit, and then you got to reflect on stuff too sometimes. But then I look at other people and I get kind of comfort in the idea that, hey, this is just how it works. Like anything, like if anyone just wants us to do something, then it takes stuff, man. And then I look at other people from the other side of it too, and there's some people who just are so complacent with where they're going, and I used to be very judgmental of it. I used to think, like, oh, that's the easy thing out. Like, watch, it's going to come back to them in 10 years. But, man, growing up is just getting really humbled really fast, man. I was watching a new TV show called The Beef, the N824 Project, and there's a part where character Danny is just going through the roughest period of his life, and he goes to, like, church for a second, and then just busts down crying just because of just the environment. And I'm starting to realize a lot of people do certain stuff because it's just comforting. A lot of people don't think about the future quickly. They live in the moment. They maybe get relationships or constantly party or do something because it just kind of just drowns out the noises of reality that are very daunting. I don't live a very happy existence, in all honesty. I stress over numbers. I stress over what I'm doing. I stress over if it's worth it a lot. I sacrificed a social life in some ways. I definitely passed on having relationships. I've isolated myself just because of this gamble of what I'm doing. But then I've dug myself a very deep hole with what I'm doing as well. I've been doing this shit since I was 10, man. Like, I've been making videos since I was 10. And I've been in positions where I haven't done YouTube as well. Like, if you were to put me in college right now, I would probably I'd be happier because it just make me think of, fuck, I hate this. I want to do YouTube so bad. You really are ungrateful of what you have until you want it most. If you were to take this YouTube stuff away from me, I'd want it more than ever. And now that I'm here, I'm so scared about doing misjustice to this thing and not getting enough fast that I start to get ungrateful sometimes of what I have. I have a 100K channel. I'm looking at my plaque as I'm doing this, and there's people who have the same mindset as me, but their videos bomb and they have like 1,000 subs only, and they would just love to be in my position. I would love to be in my position. I used to do that with other YouTubers. I used to look at people and was like, man, if I could get that, if somebody could give me a helping hand, oh, what would I do? And it's like, I don't know. It's called imposter syndrome, I guess. I forget I'm bigger sometimes, but I also feel small sometimes, and sometimes I don't feel anything at all. YouTube's not everything. I really don't have an ego anymore, in both good and bad ways. An ego gives confidence, makes you feel better than you are. It's kind of like bullshitting yourself sometimes of what you actually are. I'm very humbled. I have a lot of humility, a lot of empathy. I just really find the art struggle to be hard. God, is it probably worth it, honestly? Because then I look at a better tomorrow of what people have been, where they're at. Like, one of my favorite YouTubers ever is Nakey Jakey. And I look at old thingies where he had a movement with his sisters and he was broke, but he had such a love for what he was doing. And then I look at him now, and he's with his best friends doing the thing he loves and has such a nice life. It's easy to get really jealous of it at first, where it's like, oh, I want that to be me. But then you have to remember, like, you're not there yet. I'm not there yet. I probably won't be there for a while, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. This miserable existence now is just going through the grind, and when you finish it, you get to that finish line, and then everything was worth it. At least I hope. Sorry for such a weird flock nest. This is probably one of the best I've ever recorded. It's just kind of talking from the dome, like completely. Like, I'm not stuttering too much, or I've been thinking this stuff for a while, and I've been afraid to kind of get, I guess, too weird, because it's like, oh, he's whining, he's complaining, but I kind of don't give a shit anymore. I guess if I'm a cringeball, I'm a fucking cringeball, so be it. But it's nice to say this out, and I guess to get you interactive again. What the fuck is your dream, in all honesty? Like, do you have a dream right now that you want to pursue, and you're kind of insecure about it, you're scared about it, and what are you going to do to better that? Because everything's about persistence, man. People clown Seth Rogen about it recently, but like, the best way to make it is just by simply not giving up. If you stick around for a long enough time, you will find a fucking golden goose eventually. It happens to everybody. Happened to me. That's why I'm here. It's just, You stick it out through rough times, and then you eventually get something that lands in your lap, and then you have to stress then again about utilizing that and making it work. But with that, I'm happy you guys came to another Flock Nest. 100% new video next time. I am sorry. I really like doing these, though. I wasn't going to do this at first because it's just like the thing where it's like, oh, do I want to do this? Do I want to be like a Debbie Downer? But I'm in some Debbie Downer moods. I'm still an optimist. I love this. I definitely want a better tomorrow, so I'm not quitting. I'm not going to be hanging from the damn ceiling anytime soon, but life's conflicting. Life is hard. It is a hard fucking world we live in, but hey, so be it. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.